I've got to be honest, I've got very low expectations for this episode. I think we're both operating on probably our lowest energy levels coming into
Yeah,
this.
me especially after that, you know.
Oh, you've definitely had the hardest week.
I think so, yeah. You know, I went to bed quite late on Wednesday, and I worked late yesterday, so, you know. Yeah, so, I mean, what it's not like you've been up to anything, you've just been lounging around on chairs in A&E.
Yeah, I was just in hospital, you know, pissing
You're
about.
just in hospital, kicking back.
Kicking back.
Relaxing. Yeah, playing that cool video game with the button on the wall to call the nurse.
In case we include this, I'm fine, by the way.
You were just, you were just chilling.
I was just chilling, you know. It's a relaxing place to be, you know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you got the alarm going off.
Yeah. No one coming to your assistance.
You've detoxed?
Allegedly,
You've cleansed?
Yeah, I was in for a colonic irrigation.
Yeah. Well, people pay good money for products to do that for them, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Do you feel like, did you feel like, you know...
Detoxed.
Detox. Did you feel like,
I guess kind of.
Cleansed.
I mean, it's kind of the purpose of...
Because if you think that there was just nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, empty.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, when you ate that first meal, it was just
like the rest of me.
But if you seriously though, like people do, like, you know, they welcome that, don't they?
Yeah, well, those people are probably psycho. Anyway, moving swiftly on, let's roll the intro.
There we go, seamless.
There we go. Yeah, no one knows what happened there. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Scrambled Checksum podcast. I am one of your hosts, Ethan, a man who spent a period of his week in hospital for the first time this week, but don't worry about that. With me is a man who suffered far greater than me this week, my good friend Kieran. How the devil are you?
Well, it's been a rough week. You know, I'm a little bit sleepy. I had a long day at work yesterday. So, you know, I think I've definitely had the harder week of the two of us.
Yeah, I heard you got caught with a brunt of the whole Bollocks Lust event not being really received very well.
I was disappointed with the pre-order numbers. I was really hoping that when I dropped the episode, you know, okay, look, I'll be honest, I didn't showcase any actual devices or things for people to buy, physical things. But there were payment links. Yeah. People could go and pre-order. And, you know, they didn't after Bollocks Lust, so I was a bit...
They didn't sign up to the subscription model either.
I know, it was so cheap. I mean, the first 10 months you didn't actually get anything.
Yeah,
but you know, we had a roadmap.
Yeah, just like, you know, the whole Pixel Pass thing.
Yeah,
we were totally not going to rug pull it like the month before people would have got their first phone refresh.
Yeah, we had concept art and everything.
Yeah.
There was a nice looking 3D model I downloaded off the internet.
Yeah.
The phone was real. But no, in all seriousness, Ethan has been in the hospital this week. That wasn't just a bit. He's all right though, folks.
Or was it a bit?
Or was it a bit? And then
did I lie for an hour before we started recording this, just to make you feel sorry for me?
Yeah, was it all just a ruse so that I feel sorry for him? And he's actually like he's been playing Minecraft all night, and I'm supposed to feel sorry for him for being tired.
Maybe. Who knows? All I know is I went. I'm not with it at all. This is going to be even more chaos than normal.
All you know is that you've been in hospital, and it's awfully convenient that it's given you a good intro for this week's episode.
All we know is he's called the Stig. I've got some legacy tech that I hold here to this, as they say
based
in the
on
US.
Your intro, you didn't go and walk around the hospital picking up
I stole one of their state-of-the-art Windows 2000 patient check-in machines.
What was the oldest piece of tech or operating system you saw while you were in before you get?
They were actually on Windows 10 on every system that I saw.
Did you see any fax machines? Because I did hear a story that the NHS is the world's biggest buyer of fax machines.
It wouldn't surprise me.
No. But I guess if they only bought 10, they could.
I mean, I was pretty delirious for most of the time I was around anywhere where there'd be a computer. So, when I remember seeing one, I did not see a fax machine. But it was definitely running. It was. I know exactly what build of Windows 10 it was running. It was running 22H2 because they had one of those wallpapers that gives you all the specs of what the system is.
Wow. Yeah, I guess because like for the admins and stuff when they get IT problems, that is the sign of a true techie though, that you were in the hospital.
That's the thing that stands out
and
to
you
me.
still noted the exact build of Windows 10.
Yeah,
that was pretty impressive to be honest. Did you see any tech being misused, or like someone like faffing about with something and then like not probably like user error?
No, not really.
Any tech frustrations from the medical equipment?
Yes, the fact that I pressed a buzzer and nothing happened.
Oh yeah,
But let's not allegedly. I don't want to go into that. Anyway,
but allegedly Ethan pressed the button.
Anyway, Kieran, you need to hear about my good tech haul.
Yeah, your actual tech haul. Was this like a thrift find then? Have you
No,
been thrifting
so
tech?
I as many fellow nerds I'm sure can relate to, perform the duties of tech support to basically my entire immediate family.
It's a heavy load to carry, isn't it?
It is, but it's one I take on gladly most of the time.
How many? Do you want to give the listeners some context as to roughly how many devices you support, like across your network?
So, my mum's laptop, my dad's laptop, my mum's phone, my dad's phone, my mum and dad's TV, and associated accessories, my mum and dad's iPad, my grandparents' smartphone, their iPad, their printer, all their home networking, shizzle, my brother's laptop. And my other brother got rid of his computer recently. I sold it. Well, I say he sold it. I sold it for him and gave him all the money. I should have.
Oh, so you're also the eBay reseller as well.
Yeah, wow. I didn't even charge him a commission. I really should have done. In hindsight, that was my bad. But
and what would you? So of your users, out of 10, what would you give the most tech savvy of your users out of 10?
Maybe a 6, 7.
6 that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And what would you say your lowest out of 10 user would be?
1.
1.
No.
So okay,
yeah, maybe 2.
I think I would count 1 as like you tell them to open up the web browser, or you tell them to open up the internet,
and they're like, "Oh, that?"
Yeah, that's what I would call like a 1.
I'd say they're probably like a 1.5.
1.5, 2. Okay, so yeah, Ethan's got a wide range of users to support.
But like I say, I do it gladly.
With a smile on your face and a song in your heart.
Yeah, most of the time. Occasionally, like, to be honest, if it's pre-arranged, I don't mind doing it. It's when it's dropped on me when I'm trying to do something else. That's when I hate it. But
yeah, you're like right in the middle of something and it's like, oh, Ethan. Or I find I find the frustrating part too is if it's something where it's like, it's taking longer than a few minutes and like, oh, how long is this going to take? Yeah. Because I need to do this.
I've not got anything to do.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Am I taking too long? Would you like to...
I'm sorry. Am I taking up your precious day?
Yeah, would you like to fix it?
Yeah, would you like me to just fuck off and you can sort it yourself?
Yeah. Do you want me to just leave you with it?
Yeah, maybe. So anyway,
so you got your devices.
Yeah, so I went to help my grandparents with a number of tech issues this weekend just gone. And whilst I was doing that, my grandpa brought me this box. It was like, oh, we've got this box of old stuff that from when you decommissioned your non-Oz old computer that we're not sure if we need anymore, and you can have any of it if you want, and then we'll just chuck the rest. And I was like, okay, I'll have a look through and see what you've got.
Nice.
So, among, do you want to know what I found?
Oh, can I guess?
Go on.
So I'm gonna guess there's got to have been I'm gonna guess selection of old proprietary phone chargers.
There weren't close. It wasn't a phone charger. It was a proprietary connector for a digital camera.
Oh, yep, similar thing. I'm gonna guess that there were a bunch of accessories that you used to get with various tech devices. You know, now you just get like a phone in the box, but you used to get like you used to get stuff like there wasn't any of that. You know what I mean though.
I do, like your
belt holster.
Yeah, the phone holdery thingies that you
shitty headphones.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like something to sit the phone in while it's charging, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, none of that. Was there any old CD software.
Yes. So this is what I thought you might be interested in. I mean, along with that, I also got a lovely traditional beige USB A to USB B connector, the USB
just like,
2 one for a printer.
Okay, you can't beat a USB Type B cable.
They're actually useful.
They are, because it's like when you need one, you need one.
Yeah, and I've got so I keep kind of pretty much any USB cable I find I usually hold on to because you never know when you might need it. So
like apart from those the shitty ones where it's like USB 3 Type B.
I know a lot of hard drives, portable hard drives these days, and they break and they break really easily. So it's
I hate that connector.
It's universally hated because basically what they did is they took the USB 2 micro B connector and just
stuck it on,
stuck an extra bit on it.
It's so stupid.
Anyway,
yes, you got your beige cable, and then
I got a black one of those as well.
Yeah, nice.
And then I'll start with the most exciting first. I don't know if this is actually work, but I discovered that my Nana's first PC must have been custom built because it had a load of drivers for the motherboard on CDs.
They used to have really fun art on them as well, didn't they?
Not really. I didn't recognize any of the brands, but it just had chipset drivers and things written on it.
It didn't have they used to have on the GPUs they'd have computer ladies and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it didn't have any of that. But anyway, that computer is long gone. Like I was probably not even a teenager when they got rid of that. So God knows, but it's still. I guess they were just holding on to everything because they just didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh yeah, chuck that. But then, what must have come with that computer? I've got an installation disc for Windows XP, including Service Pack 2.
No way.
Yeah.
That had a really cool. Because I had one of those. In fact, I still have it.
Oh yeah.
It has a really cool CD, right, with a really elaborate holographic pattern.
Yes, yeah, it does. I've got it in my hand.
Yep, I've got one.
Oh my God! If you have got it, next time you come over, you have to bring it with me, and I want to make an ISO of it if this one doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I genuinely still have that disc.
Yeah, and so I've
got a box of.
I've
CDs.
tried. I've made an ISO image of it today, but I don't know whether it'll actually run. I'm gonna try and install it on a virtual machine at some point and see whether I can get it running. But purely just because, why cool.
Yeah, and it's if you think about how old that experience is.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally says version 2002, copyright 2004, Microsoft Corporation, all rights reserved.
That one's older than mine.
Is it? What service pack is yours?
I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's still Service Pack 2.
Okay.
But I would have bought mine in 2006.
Okay.
Retail. So
yeah.
Even if it's got the same service pack on it, yours is an older disc.
You know what I'm most excited for on this?
What's that?
Windows Movie Maker.
Oh, yeah, that blue and the blue text and the white, the blue background and the white Arial text.
That's the nostalgia. I really want to use Windows Movie Maker again.
Yeah, with all the cheesy built-in. I'm trying to think of some other blasts from the past that will be on
Clippy.
There. You won't have Clippy.
Really?
No, because it didn't come with Microsoft Office.
Oh, it wasn't part of Windows.
No, I could be wrong, but Clippy is Microsoft Office.
Oh.
Yep, and it comes with I believe it comes with Microsoft Office Works, if you remember that.
No, that's probably a bit.
It was the stripped down. It was it was a strip. It wasn't even really a stripped down version. It was you had a word processor that was a bit more elaborate than WordPad. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time. The only one of the mascots you'll get is the dog.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than nothing. I just want to see if I can get it running because I'm kind of I'm a bit of a hoarder, but I try to I keep since I built my home server. I've been literally, even if I don't intend on ever really using it, every time there's a new version feature release of Windows, so they go to 22H2 to 23H2 or whatever, I download the image and save it, just in case. Because basically once Microsoft changes those, and apart from if you've got like a business license or something of some very specific use case, you cannot download it from the official source anymore. So you have to go to you have to go to Dave's totally legit, not at all tampered with in any way Windows ISOs.
Right.
And yeah, so I keep them all, just in case I need them.
I hoard stuff, to be fair. Not so much software, but I say that I do actually have a hoard of software because
software's something I'm really because there's so many things that just vanish off the internet.
Yeah, handy little tools, and then they're gone forever. Yeah, and you don't really want to trust some random mirror of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I once I know I've got a safe version of it, I just keep it there, and then I can just copy it onto a memory stick if I need to give it to someone or whatever. I know I've got a source that I know because it's safe,
it's legit.
Mine. Yeah.
Now, do you have the license key with this Windows XP as well?
No, unfortunately not.
I have mine.
Okay.
So if you do,
will the servers that even do the licensing I don't know whether you could, even if you have a license key, whether it would work anymore.
I thought they could still do because Windows XP was needing to be always online, right? So you could go through the full Windows XP setup and activate it, I think, offline.
Oh, right.
So I'm pretty sure it's got a way to validate the key.
Yeah,
locally.
I have no intention of ever connecting this Windows XP installed to the
I could be wrong again because it's been a long time, but I'm pretty sure it's old enough that that it would locally validate the license key. Or I don't know.
Was Windows XP the one where you couldn't actually use it without a license key?
I think so, but I could be wrong because I've never tried it.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, but yeah, if you do need a license key when you're installing it,
I'll let you know. Yeah,
pretty sure.
That's if I even get it to install. I don't even know if VirtualBox will support Windows XP. To be honest,
I think it's not. I say it's not that old. It's very old.
It's literally like 2 decades old. It's pretty old.
But I don't know. I'm trying to think what it wouldn't be able to deal with.
Well, it was designed for technically it's still x86, but x86 has changed a lot and chipsets and stuff.
I'm curious to know how that goes. You'll have to report back in future.
You couldn't just install Windows XP on my computer, for example, bare metal. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah. I'm curious how it's going to go.
The rare 64-bit version that they did eventually release.
Yeah, that was super weird back in the day. Because there was Home Edition, Professional Edition, and then 32 and 64-bit versions of both, I believe.
Yeah, but to be fair, that carried on. Even Windows 10 still had a 32-bit version.
Dang, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I mean, barely anybody used it. I don't know why it existed, but it did.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why you'd...
I don't even know if it was actually even officially supported on by any processors that only did 32-bit, to be honest.
It was just a complete waste of time.
But there was a I don't know why it existed, but there is a 32-bit version of Windows 10.
Wow,
I don't know whether it lasted the entire update cycle of Windows, but definitely at least the first public
Surely it must
build.
have done, right? If it lasted the whole cycle.
I don't know.
Because
I'm not sure because I remember seeing it on when I first installed Windows 10, which would have been back in version 1607 or something like that. There was definitely an option to install on the image I had. There was an option to install either x86 or x64, but I haven't seen it recently. It still says, I'm pretty sure it still says Windows 10 x64, but there aren't any x86 options. But I don't know whether that might just be because I select the image I downloaded and maybe I selected 64.
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe they just separated it so it wasn't included in the same installer anymore. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah. But let us know how your
Oh, or maybe actually no. I think one of the ISOs I've got allegedly is an enterprise ISO. Which allegedly I might have got from somewhere that I might have allegedly once worked as a tech person, allegedly.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to say you'd like pirated it.
Oh no, it's not pirated. I mean, like,
just,
there's nothing, technically nothing dodgy about it because the license is separate to the actual piece of software. But,
Yeah, it's a legit license.
but I probably couldn't have downloaded it without first being logged into some kind of enterprise account. But
You know what's speaking of
allegedly,
XP,
allegedly, like
speaking of
hypothetically.
speaking of XP, you know what's really fascinating about it?
Go on.
So I once had to from in a previous job through a various for some reason anyway, I had to write some software for Windows XP EPOS edition,
Yeah.
which is like if you don't know it, it's like a stripped down version of Windows XP.
Which most like a shocking amount of cash registers and even like self-service checkouts still run.
Well, that was one of the big things for it. So like because when I was writing this software, this would have been, let me think.
The
This would have been-
EPOS is EPOS, which is end point of sale, right? Something like
I think so, yeah. It's something point of sale. It might be electronic point of sale.
that. Electronic, but that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's for like tills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So basically, I was, I won't go into a ton of detail, but for I was writing some software that had to run on terminals that you would use at a checkout. So a checkout operator would use these terminals. And they ran on Windows XP EPOS edition, and they had like touchscreen interface.
Holy crap!
Not like a capacitive
Yeah, no,
touchscreen, one of the ones that you like jab at.
Yeah, like, bang. I remember that.
Yeah, because they got to cope with like
Yeah.
in a rush, like putting in. Yeah. Anyway, so
I used to
had
call them
these-
tap screens.
Yes, so one of those. And yeah, Windows XP EPOS edition, you'd see it if like a self-checkout crashed, and you'd see like the Windows boot screen. That
Yeah.
would be Windows XP EPOS edition. Not so much now, but I remember when I was writing software for it, it would have probably been 2016. So even then, it's like XP is coming towards the end of life, if not already end of life. I can't remember when the support. Even
Sorry, what
security-
year was this? 2015?
2016.
2016, Jesus.
I remember XP though got patches for a ridiculously long time because nobody liked
Yeah.
Vista.
It still is getting patches, I think, but just not by Microsoft.
Yeah, and like there was a story where like I can't remember if it was the US Navy or something. Some part of the US military paid Microsoft to basically keep supporting Windows XP for way after.
Apparently, I don't know if this is still true, but I heard that a ton of like globally, most of the world's nuclear submarines are running Windows XP, but it's okay
but
because
that's the
they're
thing.
air gapped.
Well, and they also pay Microsoft
Yeah,
to specifically keep supporting XP for them.
yeah, because it would be
so
so
they-
expensive for them to migrate to anything else.
Horrendously expensive to keep.
I
paying
just think
support
just how
to.
crazy is it that there's not a dedicated operating system for shit like that?
I know.
How crazy is it that they're just using a desktop operating system for fucking nuclear launches?
I don't know if they've got like a custom version of it, but yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like,
I mean, it
even-
is a custom version of it, but it's still Windows underneath.
Yeah, and it's like even North Korea has their I say even North Korea has their own operating system. From what I understand, it's based on Red Hat Fedora.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not at all. I was going to say, I'm sure it's not at all based on GNU/Linux.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not really, but yeah, like So anyway, I had these.
Yeah,
EPOS
like how
terminals.
Huawei made that brand new operating system for phones.
Not based on any open source.
Android?
thing,
What? Never heard of it.
Yeah, never. Yeah, no such thing.
Android who?
But yeah, so I had to write some software with these EPOS terminals, and it was in 2016. And I remember looking it up, and it was some ridiculously long. Because I was like, oh, they had to be networked, these machines, and I was like, there's going to be a problem here because we need to network these, and they're going to stop getting. They're either. I was like, I don't think these are going to get security patches anymore, or in like 3 months they're not going to.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up just to check, and EPOS edition was getting security patches for like years.
Holy crap.
Like, not even like it's ending in years. It's like, we will definitely be supporting these with patches. So it's just crazy to me that like this XP version, I don't even know if there's an equivalent on like Windows 10 or Windows 11.
I think there is, because
You'd assume so, right?
quite a lot of like I think I've told you this story before, but I might have even told this on the podcast, but there was a bus I got on a
Yes,
while
you
ago
did.
that had this constantly failing to boot Windows 10
Yeah.
thing on the
must
passenger
still have an
announcement
equivalent.
system.
But yeah, that was a fun project trying to set up the compiler to target XP. in a year when no one was using XP.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a fun little project. Anyway, what else did you get in your haul?
So the rest is potentially less interesting. I mean, there's a couple of CD-ROMs that I think have old family photos on that I need to recover.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Some unlabeled CD-ROMs.
Oh, dangerous.
This one, yeah, I don't even know. This one might just be a blank CD-ROM. I'm not sure. And then,
but it could be special file.
I don't think my grandparents are savvy enough to, do things like that.
Can you imagine you open it up and it's full of like torrented movies?
I would never give them tech support again. Because clearly they don't need it. It's
you open it up and there's like a cracked version of Photoshop.
If that's the lengths, there's so many questions. If that's the lengths they go to cover up that they pirate movies, like being that, sorry, I love my grandparents, but incompetent with technology.
You like open up that CD and you're like wait a minute, there's a cracked version of Photoshop CS4.
What else are they hiding is all I'm saying. I've got so many more questions.
Wait a minute, I don't remember them buying an Autodesk license.
Yeah, but yeah, well, anyway, so the next interesting thing in here is special edition from the Sunday Times, Scrabble interactive PC CD-ROM game published by Ubisoft.
Oh, no way.
Peggy 3+.
That'll be interesting to see what the graphics on that look like.
Yeah, so
I hope you can get that to run.
Minimum system requirements, not compatible with Mac. Windows 98/2000/XP/Vista.
That's pretty new.
Processor, Pentium 2, 350 megahertz.
I don't know if you can run that, man. It's pretty...
RAM, 256 megabytes. Free hard disk space, 350 megabytes.
Jeez, that's pretty big.
That's actually quite intense. So the RAM it needs is like 2/3 of the entire program size.
Yeah, that's actually quite big.
It needs DirectX 9 video card.
Again, that's like...
And then the internet disabled for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know I don't know whether that just means it doesn't need the internet.
Yeah, I think you actually have to unplug.
You have to unplug the video, otherwise it phones home to the original creators and flags that you're using a piece of pirated software.
Yeah, look, guys, Ubisoft didn't actually make this Scrabble.
Yeah, but it's made by absb.org.uk.
Wow.
So that could be interesting. I mean, I've never really played Scrabble, so
that'll be fun to see, though.
Yeah, well, if I could get that running on my virtual machine in Windows XP.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see what that looks like.
Yeah. So maybe that could be... We can add that to the long list of shorts we'll never make.
What do you mean? We're getting round to them?
We'll get around to them eventually, one day.
Yeah. I've got a list.
We hope. We hope so.
Yeah, I've got a list.
Yeah, me too. Somewhere.
Yeah.
In my head, buried deep down, deep underneath all my darkest secrets there's a list.
There's a list of
yeah. Then I have no idea really what this is, but the timetables of technology.
Wow.
A CD-ROM.
Yeah, is that like when when they used to have Encarta?
No.
Like the encyclopedias on CD-ROM.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
that kind of thing.
I have absolutely no idea what this is.
That's pretty interesting.
It does have a thing on it that says, for technical support, please call. And there's a phone number. Apparently it's operational 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow, for technical support.
I doubt that's still true.
No.
When's this copyrighted? This is riveting content for something that people can't see.
Is the phone number a UK one or is it a US phone number?
Right, I'm going to peek the audio so Ethan knows where this is, editing Ethan, and then I'm going to read it out, but I'll bleep it in the in the edit. Hopefully, I remember to do that. I told you this episode was going to be unhinged. 1937.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's a US number, so it's like +1.
I don't know. It doesn't say plus. It's literally it's 1 hyphen hyphen hyphen.
That's a US number.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a UK number, does it?
Yeah, that'll be a US number.
I can't see any copyright. Oh no, I can. Copyright 1996. This CD-ROM's older than me.
That's incredible.
Holy crap!
That's pretty cool.
Now I'm super curious.
Yeah, we got it, especially because it's so mysterious.
Yeah, I didn't even know my grandparents had. They didn't have a computer back then.
But they had CD-ROMs.
Where did this come from?
Yeah, what on earth is that?
Well,
that's weird.
I don't. I know they had some American friends. Okay.
That's gonna be.
That
you have to report back.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't you worry.
Because I'm super curious.
It might not be
that.
next episode. It'll be like whenever I've had time to tinker around with it. But I'm definitely.
That'll take some running from 1996. But that's really cool.
Well, I mean, in theory, if I can get a Windows XP VM running, I should be able to make a. I've got a piece of software I can make an ISO from the disk, and then I can, in theory, open it through the VM. So we'll see.
Yeah, that one from 1996, I hope would still run on that.
Yeah.
I guess you could always use like DOSBox.
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
But then they got no GUI. Yeah, that'll be. Yeah,
It'll be a fun bit of tinkering.
That will be a fun bit of tinkering.
The next thing, sadly.
And if you get stuck, just ring that number 24/7.
The next
Hi,
thing
I'm
I've
trying to run this on Windows 11.
The next thing I've got. Oh no, maybe I do have all of it. Okay, So I've got a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, one of them's missing. 8 floppy disks.
Oh wow, what's on them?
I have absolutely no idea.
How do you know there were series of it? They just got like numbered in pen.
No, they're numbered disc 1, disc 2.
Oh, but no like info.
But don't worry, Kieran. They've been virus checked.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know when you buy like a commercial piece of software nowadays, if I don't see like a stamp on there that it's been virus checked, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I
don't know,
definitely
man.
trust the people selling it to tell me to have checked it for viruses.
It's like when you go on a website and they've got like a little tick at the bottom that
It's
says
like,
like
don't-
secure.
Yeah, don't worry about viruses. We're,
Yeah, if I ever
if you're worried that we might be scammers, don't worry, we're not.
we put this JPEG here that says that we're not.
Yeah, certified, not a scam.
It's like when you go to buy something online and like you get to the checkout and there's like a million logos of like credit card providers and then like a big Norton like tick. I'm always like, ooh, I don't know.
Like, nah, this seems legit.
That's when I start like looking elsewhere to see if there's a different site that might have it.
Kieran, I need someone to find the 6 to my 9.
Oh, is that what you're missing?
Disc 6 is missing, but I've got 9.
This is a plea to all of our listeners. Help Ethan find disc 6.
If you can
to
find,
complete.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, okay. So the name is the Easy PC collection of great family software.
That sounds like
I'm missing
family
disc 6. If
software.
anyone has it, please send it to our non-existent PO
if
box.
you've got disc 6 of the family software.
Yeah.
That sounds like a little bit
Do you want
like cultish, right? The great family software.
And it's great because the next one's just say, "Great family software!" exclamation mark. More great family software! Exclamation mark. More great
grief,
family
Ethan.
software. Oh, they got bored after 3. They carried on just writing the same one. Maybe 6 has something different, but we'll never
we
know.
need to know. It's a great family software.
Do you want to know what's on? Well, we'll never know what's on 6, but do you want to know what are on the discs? It says on
Oh,
the
does it
front.
say like what? So you could run them like singly then. They're not just all part
Well, I
of one
could. I
big
don't.
program.
I guess. Yeah. I don't have. Apparently, it's compatible with Windows 95.
What have they got on disc 1?
To
What
run
have
it,
they
all
put-
you have to do is put the disk in, open your file explorer, and double-click easypc.exe. That.
I mean, they gave you an exe.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's one of those things that, like, back in the 90s, you'd be like, sure, but if you downloaded something off the internet called easypc.exe, you would absolutely be like, okay, I'm format a hard drive, burn everything.
They gave you the virus right there for you to run.
No, it's fine though, Kieran, because they checked it for viruses.
Yeah, they checked to make sure it was a virus.
Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't say that there aren't any viruses on it.
No.
It just says virus checked.
They checked to make sure they actually definitely had it.
They just checked if there were any viruses. They didn't, but they're
like,
not. It doesn't say that there aren't, so...
No, they're like, wait, did we remember to include the virus? Better check to make sure.
Better double check. Anyway,
Yeah.
do you want to know what great family software is?
I'd love to know what in 1996 was great family software.
Yeah, great for all the family. So disc 1 includes the greatest paper airplanes, all you ever wanted to know about paper planes and the history of flight.
Oh, that's quite sweet.
Okay, well, it might be a virus, but, you know, if it isn't a virus...
I'm gonna install it. I'm downloading easy.
Have you got a floppy drive?
No, I'm gonna get a cracked version of it online.
Yeah, I've only got hard drives, no floppy drives around here.
I've got an external CD drive. But that's about it.
Okay, maybe try
with LightScribe.
Maybe try putting your floppy drive in the CD drive, and maybe it'll become a hard drive. You know.
No, it's fine. I just want to. Oh yeah, like
sometimes
when
you just have to get going a little bit, and then.
I'm gonna find a cracked version of wholesome family software, whatever it was called.
Okay, right. Well,
I'm cracking.
There's more to come. That's just number
Can you
one.
imagine Can you imagine if it had like DRM in it and like it messed up the paper plane recipes if you downloaded the cracked version?
Oh, that would be quite funny.
So like you opened it up on your PC and you're like, hey kids, do you want to spend a fun and rainy day activity making some paper airplanes? And then, like, all the designs are scuffed because it's on the cracked version.
Yeah, it literally just tells you to, like, screw the paper into a ball.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is rubbish. This doesn't fly.
Yeah, we'll find out on that.
Or maybe it just teaches you to make, like, origami. There's origami, like, napkin things, like swans that they do in fancy restaurants.
Like, oh, puns don't fly at all.
Yeah, so you spend, like, 3 hours learning how to make that and then it doesn't fly. It's like the nerdiest prank ever.
That's the kind of thing that had happened in the 90s with like the software scene.
Oh my god.
So what else have you got apart from fun paper planes?
This is a long list. We've got Astrofire, a simple yet visually stunning variation of Asteroids Classic.
Visually stunning. That is what I think when I think of asteroids.
I don't think you could describe anything that ran on Windows 95 as visually stunning, but okay.
It's funny, right? It's like when you look at the box of like an old game from like 1999 and it says like photorealistic graphics
on the pack, like in brackets.
Yeah,
on the
back of the box on like a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah, or are not included in this game.
Hyper realistic graphics
are what we want to include, but sadly.
Yeah. That was what we tried.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Sky Globe. Bring the sky at night right onto your computer screen. That could be quite cool.
That genuinely might still work.
Yeah.
Because in terms of like,
all you need is a CRT monitor. Yeah.
No.
Hear me out.
Oh, okay.
Take it with you camping somewhere really dark. Lay it on its back, looking up at the sky, and then look down into it, and it's the night sky's on your computer monitor. Boom.
And also,
Still
yeah,
works.
I mean, it's flawless. I was genuinely thinking though, like, you know, because like you can predict the movements of stars.
Yeah.
So like in theory, if that's like, it doesn't need updates, right? Like, oh, we need to patch in the new star. I mean, you actually would, because like, yeah, I assume of like new discoveries and stuff with better telescopes. But, like they could genuinely, you could like be able to put in like the current date, and like, you know, they're not like, oh, we need to patch. Hey guys, download the update to our new star software. We need to fix Jupiter this month.
Yeah. This we had a miscalculation. Okay, there's more. These are maybe less.
We're gonna patch out Pluto.
Less interesting on these ones. So we've got Countdown, which is literally like the Channel 4 show. Waxman Pocket Chess for Windows.
Okay. What? How can it be Pocket Chess for Windows?
Good question.
You're lugging around the CRT.
I mean, there were portable PCs. I mean, they wouldn't go like calling them.
How are you going to install it? What, they have a floppy disk drive in them?
Calling them Pocket would be
they
generous.
Also. What they do have like a floppy disk drive on them.
Well, yeah, they did.
I guess so. Yeah, like a laptop.
Like the original portable PCs did because they didn't have hard drives.
Yeah, of course.
Or they did.
I guess.
Yeah. No, they didn't have hard drives.
2 inches thick, but yeah.
So Reversi, a traditional board game, is very hard to beat Backgammon by George.
Backgammon by George, the best version.
Poorly Python, the old snake game comes of age.
That
Smart
sounds quite
Sum,
sad.
a powerful multifunctioning printing calculator.
Wow.
King Lear, a complex text of Shakespeare's famous play.
It's just
a complete
the play.
text. It's just the scripts.
They are really
calling that
starting
software is quite generous.
Yeah, and also calling that family software. Hey kids, gather around. We're going to read King Lear.
They might be studying it at school.
Oh, that is a scrape in the barrel.
Anyway,
here.
we're on to disc 3.
If the next, oh my god, what are they on to now? Like a calendar.
Music Sculptor. A simple
That
to
actually sounds
use
kinda cool.
multi-track audio studio for Windows that lets you compose music. That could be quite cool.
Yeah, it actually sounds pretty cool.
I might actually try and see if I can get a floppy disk drive for this.
Yeah, because like that music software, like that's freaking vaporwave gold.
Oh wait, no, there's something even more exciting here.
Oh,
Formula 2000.
oh, it's got 2000. Yep.
You'll need fast reflexes to race these Matchbox-sized cars.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a calculator, and it was like you'll need fast
No,
reflexes.
I thought it was going to be like the predecessor to like F123 or whatever.
Oh, it is though.
Is it?
Well, not the like not it's kind of like obviously not like a direct relative, but
Moving swiftly on. Number 3, there's only 3 pieces of software on this one. Morpher for Windows, a great introduction to the fascinating world of photographic morphing.
oh, that could be fun too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's better than your Paint content aware fill.
That will get finished one day. That's a maybe. That again sounds pretty cool.
Oh, wait. Grammarly, eat your heart out. So we're on disc 4. Grammar Expert. Online help for English, for the English language. Online?
Yeah, wow.
But it's on a disc.
1996.
So that
Wow.
won't work anymore.
No,
Highway
that's okay.
Hunter. Fast-scrolling arcade chase. Touch typing tutor for Windows. 8 lessons to improve your speed. Slam.
Mavis
Fast air
Beacon.
hockey action for Windows. That's
Mavis
it.
Beacon's the MVP of typing.
That's what taught me, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mavis Beacon taught me everything I know. She taught me lessons about life.
Yeah.
Did you know she's not real?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they made her up.
No. You must be wrong.
Yeah, it broke my heart too.
What?
Yeah, she's just a made-up mark. There's no Mavis Beacon. Yeah, I was hurt as well.
Sorry, guys. We're this is
we're gonna end the episode there.
We're gonna end the episode. We'll see you next week. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we can never have Mavis Beacon as a guest on the Scrambled Checksum because she was made up.
I was gonna marry her.
Well, I mean, you can marry the.
She taught me everything I know with like how to use my magic fingers.
Oh no!
For touch typing.
What else is on this disc? So you got Morvis Bacon on there. Who else have you got?
Yeah. So, okay, that's all for disc 4. So disc 5, I'm just going to speed through them now in case.
Yeah. Fire from.
Got Windpost, Windbridge, Marble, Smart and Sticky.
Oh,
that's what I was after I had to spend a bit of time with Mavis Beacon.
Oh god, that is. Move on.
It's for designing labels for just about anything.
Oh,
I bet it is.
Why would they call it that?
I
What were they
bet
thinking?
it is. Oh, you give me some of that Smart and Sticky.
Oh, that is. Why did they do that?
Leonardo is the next one.
Is that like,
I bet Leonardo liked to get Smart and Sticky. Ooh.
Oh god.
That's a screensaver piece of software. Okay, we'll never know what's on disc 6.
Yeah,
It's
disc
not
6 is
here.
missing.
But disc 7, Above and Beyond, award-winning PIM for Windows. PIM, whatever that is.
Product information management.
On a family.
Yeah, right. Doesn't sound very fun for the. Hey, family, gather round. We're going to start an e-commerce store.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be fun?
we're going to be like Amazon. What's Amazon?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, Lunacy, race against time, requiring speed and skill. Icon Calc, another calculator, Wind Chime. Oh, bloody hell. Hang on.
I miss those like interactive versions
Sorry,
of things.
my computer just had a mini freak out. It's alright, it's sorted now. Technically, it was my mixing desk.
Was it your wind chime software crashed in the background?
Dino Shred Saver. Raptors rip your screen to pieces.
Oh, it's the screensaver.
That's it for Disc 7. Disc 8. Lemming 2.
Okay, it's like a real game.
Yeah. It's a playable demo for a true classic game, Kieran. Vault. Organize your information. Win 95. Notebook for your jottings. Take 1. Marble Solitaire for Windows. Nice.
Okay.
Decay and Smear. That comes after your alleged relations with Mavis Beacon when you got smart and sticky.
Oh, I hate these discs.
What the hell? Decay and Smear. Oh, it's another screensaver.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Two disturbingly smudgy screensavers.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's your haul.
After you get your CRT all sticky.
Oh,
spending too much
smart
time
and
with
sticky.
Mavis Beacon.
Bloody hell. So that's your
Okay,
that's your haul.
that's disc 8. Okay, final disc. Disc 9.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. Do you remember when I was like, oh yeah, this won't take long? It's taken basically the whole episode.
Ethan's mystery discs.
Yeah.
We'll report back.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1.
We need to run some of these together, but maybe not smart and sticky.
Yeah. Novels and poems.
Oh.
Carol Dickens, Coleridge and others. Q read.
Oh.
You'll need this to read them. See about disc 9.
Oh, so it's like, here's some books. And then,
Read what?
hey, you need this software to also read them.
But it doesn't, there aren't any Anyway, moving
I
on.
mean, you can tell it's from the 90s, because if it was now, it would be like, here's some books, you need to pay us £5 a month to read them.
Yeah. Connectress. Falling tile game that's tougher than it looks. Oh, here we go. Here's the next one in the succession of muck. G-Stones 3.
G-Stones.
Active breakout style arcade game. And then the final one is Holiday Lights. Festive desktop lights. Windows 95 only.
Ah.
And that's my haul.
That's quite a haul.
Yeah.
We need to run some of these programs.
We will. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about the floppy disk ones. I don't know how long floppy disks last.
I don't know either.
So
I think it's like, does it depend on the quality of the disc and how they were stored?
Yeah, well, judging by, I mean, they're dry, but
I think they'd be okay.
the packaging is not sealed. Like, it's come apart from age, not because it's been opened.
Yeah, I think they'll be alright.
Yeah, so I'll see if I can find... I'll have a look. This will probably be down the line. At some point, I will have a look and see if I can find a relatively inexpensive floppy disk reader.
I think you can get like an external USB one really cheaply.
Yeah. Because there's no way I'll be able to get. I have to get a billion adapters because there won't ever any SATA floppy disk.
Good old IDE.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to run these discs.
We do need. I think we definitely need to try and run them together as well.
Yeah. You need to like. I'll either need to come out to you or you need to come here, and we'll run these discs for an episode or something like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely. My first protocol is going to be trying to get Windows XP running because I never really got to use Windows XP. First operating system I really used was Vista. So.
Oh man, you missed out on the OG.
Yeah, I used it a little bit, but not really much. I was a bit young.
Yeah.
When XP was the main jam.
Oh, XP was the king.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I loved XP.
Yeah. Would you still love it now?
I went straight from XP to 7.
You know what I can see coming? I daily drove Windows XP in 2023 for a week.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Yeah.
Because what would you use for browsing the web?
A really old version of Firefox?
Yeah, that's true. You'd have to,
XP's the era when Firefox was still cool.
You'd have to get like...
Opera.
even then, it's like, would the
Ask
sites...
Jeeves. Just ask Jeeves what he'd do.
Yeah, just ask Jeeves, whatever, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just use Internet Explorer. IE6.
I think that's
the best...
Was that even included on the European release?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a feature add-on or something?
No, it was there, bundled.
Because that was what the whole Microsoft got taken to court for antitrust, didn't they?
I'm sure it was. I'm like 99% sure Internet Explorer was there.
Yeah, I mean, it existed, but like I don't know whether it came pre-installed.
I'm sure you didn't have to go and download it.
Okay.
Like, I'm 99% sure when I first installed Windows XP, it was just there.
Well, there we go.
That's quite a haul, dude. And speaking of old tech,
go on.
First of all, I had my own haul once at a previous company where I worked at, where they'd done the same and found like a cupboard full of discs, and they were basically like, Kieran, we don't know what any of this stuff is. Can you have a look through this stuff and tell us if any of it's worth money?
Yeah.
And they basically just hoarded stuff, and one of the things I found in this hoard was a sealed in plastic copy of Microsoft Office 2000.
Oh my god.
Big box.
Do you still have it?
No, I couldn't keep it. It was theirs. They wouldn't let me take it.
Man.
I know. I was like, can I have this? It's like an antique to me. And they were like, no. I don't know why they would need it. Yeah, exactly. I think they thought, like, because I was like, oh, it's an antique, they thought I might appreciate in value. Yeah.
What?
I was like...
Nah, probably not.
I highly doubt it. But yeah, so I've got a photo of it, but that's it.
Yeah. I think the stuff that I've found here, I think, like, I might... Those floppy disks and stuff, the kind of things I think I'll play around with, and then I'll probably just put them on Facebook Marketplace or something for free, basically. And like any nerds.
Before you put them on there for free,
yeah,
take what's on the discs and if you can, upload it to archive.org.
Okay.
Because they have like a massive archive of like that kind of stuff to preserve it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
And they're super cool. I love archive.org.
I've never actually heard of this.
So yeah, I think you can. I don't think you need to be like a recognized person to dump a floppy and like upload it to there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think anyone can contribute to it, like Wikipedia. But yeah, definitely explore that just in case, like you say, with the like missing disc 6.
Yeah.
Someone may have dumped it. But yeah, speaking of old tech, I just have one quick topic to talk about.
Go on.
Which is that a while ago, we had some people come in for work experience at work, and they had to give a presentation to us. And long story short, the presentation was this gig they were going to organize as an event.
Right.
And they were presenting it to us. You know, they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll have these acts, people I'd never heard of."
How many Lils were there?
There were none. They were like scene kids, I think.
Oh.
I think they were like scene and like emo bands.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, I'd never heard of any of them. But that I was listening to Eurobeat when I was their age, so I can't talk. Yeah, exactly.
I was listening to Skrillex, so...
Yeah, so, you know, none of us can come out of that era really saying that we listen to cool music. But they were talking about the merch, and they were like, oh yeah, and we want to do cassette tapes.
Okay.
And I was like, what? What the hell? These kids are like 15.
Yeah, I have heard...
What? Yeah, cassette tapes are back.
Yeah,
like, they're
why?
cool now.
Why?
Like, you get the digital download with them, but still.
The
like...
only reason I would use a cassette tape now would be, well, data backup, but that's a different kind of cassette tape, or to, like, recover stuff off old cassette tapes that I've got, like, recordings of, like, from when I was younger.
Yeah, because what I didn't get is that, like, I can get the appeal of having, like, vinyl and CD and stuff, because it's like, you don't get a physical thing now anymore a lot of the time with, like, music, and it's nice to have that physical thing. And if you did want to play it from it, you get a good experience still. Like, vinyl sounds nice. I'm not sure that I believe the claims that vinyl's got, like, the richer sound.
I think a cut, not pressed vinyl that has been cut from a lossless source, technically, if played through, you know, suitable high-end analog gear, will be higher quality than streaming the same song or playing the same song on a CD, but only because it's been pressed from a FLAC.
And it wouldn't be better than listening to the FLAC.
No, no, because
but like I get it,
it's
like
still
with
like
vinyl.
any vinyl that's cut today is cut from a digital recording.
Yeah, exactly.
So like you know,
and even the old ones, it's like, but I can
and
get
the
it,
old
'cause,
ones are
like,
definitely not better quality.
But I can understand vinyl because you've got the there's the ceremony of putting the disc on the turntable. And
What kind of nerd would have a vinyl player? Ugh.
Yeah, right, I know. And the like, I don't know, the little imperfections. I get it. It's like it sounds good. CDs sound good. They're digital files.
Yeah.
I know they're not lossless, but
I just like the experience of putting a vinyl on personally.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
CD not quite so much, but like it's still. But cassettes were objectively worse. Like they sound bad.
Oh yeah.
But like I think the people that buy the kids buying them don't ever listen to them, I assume.
Yeah.
And if they are, why? Because like they have no nostalgia. I guess it's like us with vinyl. I don't have any nostalgia for being a kid and listening to vinyl. It was all CDs and cassettes.
Yeah. I guess I've got a little bit of it gives me kind of like 80s nostalgia vinyl for some reason.
Yeah, but like cassettes just sound bad, right?
Yeah, cassettes makes me think of the 90s, and I don't want to think of the 90s.
And cassettes also, like, there's no convenience. You have to like fast forward through the tracks. They're poor quality sound.
They're the only advantage they have over vinyl is that they're more portable.
And even then, it's like, I don't know, they were such a like transitory format.
Yeah, as soon as the CD came out, they made no sense anymore. And when the MP3 came out, they made no sense at all. Like,
so I don't know why kids are going for the cassette tape, because like vinyl's popular again, but is it just because they're like, oh,
I think he's literally because it's just it'll pass. It's a fad.
Oh, definitely it'll pass.
Like vinyl never actually went away. Like it's just become like it's come back into the forefront of people. Like it will fade away again, but I don't think vinyl will go away with it. I don't think cassette tapes have. They went away, and then are coming back for some reason. Like outside of a even more niche than people who collect vinyl. Like,
do you think it's just that
it's mostly people like, I don't know. Have you ever heard of a YouTube channel called Techmo?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like people like him who are like, there's barely any of them, and they only have cassettes because they like tinkering around with old pieces of AV equipment.
Yeah, exactly. I'm under no illusions that he sits there and like, I'm gonna listen to some music tonight, and he'll put on his cassettes.
Yeah, he has it from because he's interested in it from a technical perspective, not because...
Check out Techmo, by the way. He's got some really cool videos on some like really interesting like old tech. He's got some really cool content.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like I thought I'd bring it up because I'm like I don't know if it's just because like the generation before them were getting into vinyl, so they needed to have something different, and CDs weren't retro enough, so it's like, oh, whatever, we'll have cassettes. Or if it was because, like, I don't know, the 90s stuff all coming back into popularity, like those fucking bucket hats.
Either way, like Tom Scott, we're getting old.
Exactly.
Because we're getting angry about the thing that the youths are doing.
Maybe it wasn't the kids that were telling me about their cassettes that had upset me. Maybe it was that I couldn't hear
could no longer
cassette quality anymore.
Could no longer discern the quality difference between a nice cut vinyl and a cassette tape.
Maybe it was that I couldn't tell the difference between the noise on the cassette and the sound of it getting unspooled in my tape player.
Maybe it's because I couldn't tell the difference between the noise of the cassette and the hastening oncoming of my inevitable demise.
So on that note, the Scrambled Checksum, soon to be available on cassette.
That would probably be easier than Laserdisc. I think you can, because you can still buy recordable cassettes.
Laserdiscs are coming back though, man. We're gonna be on.
I don't think you could ever buy Laserdiscs that you could record to domestically, though. Could you?
I don't think so. Or if they were some horrendously expensive, incredibly rare.
I have a confession to make, Kieran.
No. You're not abandoning the Laserdisc?
No, not that.
Okay, good.
No, I have a confession, though. Not only do I have a box full of cassettes, I do have a cassette player.
So we could do it on cassette?
Well, we couldn't. Just for context, the cassettes are from back before, like, MP3s took off in a big way. So, like, it was back from when stereos still, came with a cassette deck that you could record from the radio and stuff. Because I'm young, but I'm not that young.
Ethan pirates songs off the radio.
No, I didn't say that. Oh, don't, Kieran. They're going to arrest little fetus Ethan. He didn't know what he was doing, okay? He was young and innocent.
That's all right. I once pirated a song with a handheld keychain voice recorder.
Oh, wow. I'm sure that was
It could only record 45 seconds, so
wow.
You didn't even get the whole song.
I hope it was a quick song. But, yeah, but also the cassette deck I've got currently doesn't work. I think it needs some new bands and stuff in it, and, yeah.
Okay, well, episode 100 will record to cassette.
Hang on, when will that
sell.
be? So we'll get to the end. By the end of next year, we'll be around episode 50.
Yeah.
So we've got about 3 years to make that happen.
Yeah. Episode 100.
And hopefully by that time we'll have forgotten we made that promise, or we'll have given up on this podcast.
Almost certainly. Yeah. So yeah, hold us to that. But if you don't want to wait for the cassette tape episodes, you can find us on
Spotify, Audible, Google Podcasts,
for now,
Apple Podcasts, other platforms, or YouTube.
Deezer. You always forget Deezer.
Deezer. I do keep forgetting Deezer, but on Deezer we're just called Scrambled because of a
embarrassing
editorial issue that I cannot be asked to fix because it's not as simple as just editing it for some reason. Like, oh my god,
we're still on Google Podcasts while it exists.
Yeah, I believe it has been sunset, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it has actually. Wasn't it September?
I don't know. I've still got it on my phone, but it's going EOL, and I don't even know what they're replacing it with.
Nothing.
Like, because there's YouTube podcasts, but that's like...
Yeah, that was it, YouTube podcasts.
But then don't you have to pay for that? Because you can't listen to them in the background.
Yeah, you just have to either listen to them in the foreground or pay for YouTube Premium.
Oh no, Kieran, what am I going to do?
Deezer.
You have to pay for that as well.
Oh, I didn't realise
Am I going to have to go back to Spotify?
Maybe, yeah.
Because I can't get Apple Podcasts on my Android phone. Damn you! Damn you!
Well... If you're not paywalled away from us,
damn you, Alphabet!
If you're not paywalled away from us in the next episode, we'll see you at the same time, same place every other Monday. We'll catch you in the next one.
Okay, thank you very much for listening, everybody. I'm gonna go and have a crisis in a corner. Bye.
Bye bye.